Karen neighbor calls 911 because I'm disabled and sunbathing at my pool. I never thought relaxing in my own backyard could turn into a public spectacle, but that's exactly what happened the day my neighbor Karen decided my wheelchair made me a suspicious person. It was a sunny Saturday afternoon, one of those rare perfect days when the breeze is gentle, the sun is warm, and the world feels quiet. I just finished a grueling week of physical therapy and decided to treat myself to a few hours by the pool. I rolled out in my chair, transferred onto the lounge chair, set my sunscreen and lemonade beside me, and finally closed my eyes. For once, I wasn't thinking about pain or the stares I usually got in public. I was just me. Then I heard her voice. "Excuse me, what do you think you're doing?" It was Karen, the self-appointed neighborhood watchdog, the same woman who once left a note on my door because my mailbox wasn't HOA approved. I opened my eyes and squinted up at her. She was standing on her side of the fence, arms crossed, sunglasses glinting in the sun like tiny shields of judgment. "I'm sunbathing," I said slowly. Karen frowned. "This is private property. Who let you in here?" For a second, I thought she was joking. "Karen, this is my property." She scoffed. "Oh, really? And where's the owner then?" That's when it hit me. She didn't recognize me. She saw the wheelchair, the scars on my legs, and assumed I didn't belong. "Karen," I said, trying to keep calm, "I've lived here for 3 years. You've waved to me before." She tilted her head like she was analyzing a wild animal. "You must be mistaken. I know the owner. He's a young man, works in tech," I exhaled. "That's me." The young man in tech. I just happened to be disabled. Her mouth twisted. "You can't fool me. I'm calling the police." Before I could respond, she had her phone out, tapping 911 like she was defusing a bomb. My stomach sank. Not again. Not another situation where I'd have to prove I belonged, prove I wasn't a threat, prove that existing in my own skin wasn't a crime. 10 minutes later, the wail of sirens cut through the calm. Two officers approached the gate, hands on their belts, cautious but professional. Karen met them there, waving dramatically. "There," she said, pointing. "That man broke in. He's pretending to live here." The officers turned toward me. I raised my hand slightly, trying not to show how much my heart was pounding. "Officers, I can explain. This is my home. I have ID and utility bills inside." They exchanged a look, then one of them nodded politely. "Sir, no problem. Let's just verify everything." I rolled over to the poolside table where my phone and wallet were. My hands trembled as I handed them my driver's license. The officer scanned it, then looked at Karen. "Ma'am, his name is on the property deed." Karen blinked. "That can't be right. I mean, look at him." "Ma'am," the second officer said firmly, "we're done here." But she didn't stop. "You people just believe anyone. I know what I saw. He was sneaking around." The first officer gave her a tired look. "He was sunbathing." Karen huffed, muttered something about faking disabilities, and stormed back to her house. I tried to laugh it off, but my throat tightened. The officers apologized before leaving, but I could tell. They'd seen this before. They knew the kind of damage ignorance could do. That night, I sat by the pool again. The water reflected the stars, and for the first time, I saw myself clearly in it. Not as the disabled guy or the neighbor who needed help, but as someone who didn't owe anyone proof of existence. Still, I couldn't shake the frustration. How many people like me were treated as intruders in their own lives? How many had their peace interrupted just because they didn't fit the picture of what normal looked like? I decided something had to change. The next day, I posted the story online, not out of anger, but to raise awareness. I shared the video from my security camera, showing everything from Karen's yelling to the police leaving in disbelief. The caption read, "Being disabled doesn't make me suspicious. It just makes me human." Within hours, the video went viral. Comments flooded in, some from people with disabilities sharing their own stories, others from neighbors apologizing for ever doubting someone different. Even the local news picked it up, and a week later, Karen came to my door. She looked uncomfortable, holding a small pot of flowers. "I didn't realize," she mumbled. "I'm sorry. I didn't say much, just nodded." Forgiveness wasn't instant, but I appreciated the gesture. After she left, I placed the flowers by the pool. And that's when I realized something beautiful. Sometimes the loudest change starts in silence. When you refuse to hide who you are, even when the world tries to shame you for it. That day, the pool wasn't just water and sunlight. It was a reflection of strength, of peace, of reclaiming the space that was mine all along. And if there's one thing I've learned, it's this. You don't need anyone's permission to belong, especially in your own life. Would you like me to create 4 image prompts for this story, for thumbnails or scene illustrations?